esto? Lo que oyes.
You're listening to the right radio. You're listening to Vaughan Radio.
You're listening to Vaughan Radio.
Speaking with Confidence with Ale.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Speaking with Confidence. I'm Ale, and this is your space to practice English for 1 hour, building up your confidence. No pressure, openness, and with trust. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm feeling well today.
All right.
Yes.
That's great. So let me ask you a question, Dan, and everyone else who is listening out there. Do you feel tired when things finally start to slow down? Do you ever get that feeling of tiredness when something is coming to an end? For example, I ask this because summer's coming, right? It's almost here. And the school year is about to end. The academic year in general is about to end. And because of that, students begin to feel a bit tired just when things are coming to an end, right? Because you've been doing all this work all year, and then you just suddenly feel a little tired. Does that happen to you?
I think so, but I feel more happy.
You feel happier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be two options, right? One out of two options. You're either feeling very tired or you're really motivated for the summer to get here already. But here at Vaughan, this is the feeling that I get from students and also from teachers, because students are, in general, not just here at Vaughan, but in school, junior students and also university students who have classes with us, they're finishing exams either at their school or at their universities. And teachers everywhere, including us, we're closing courses, right? People are starting to talk about holidays. And so in that sense, things here in that area, classes, are beginning to slow down a little bit. And then you think, great, now I got time, or I should feel relaxed now that things are, beginning to slow down. But the opposite happens sometimes. And you think things are going as they usually are, but then you feel this tiredness. I get that from a lot of people at work. They're just so tired. Not just normal tiredness after a long day. A deeper kind of tiredness. The kind that comes after months of working, planning, studying, in the office, answering questions, answering messages, emails and all of that, solving problems, organizing schedules, trying to keep everything under control. And life really just gets busy and you don't have time to notice how tired you are. And that is something that is very common. We just continue working, we continue studying, helping, and we say, oh, yeah, I'm doing okay. I'll rest later. No time for rest. And that's it. But when there's a moment towards the end, when the end is coming closer, that you become aware of this feeling. Como que te das cuenta de que, después de todo el año, de todo el año que ha transcurrido, te sientes cansado, sientes este cansancio. And that's what we are going to work on today. We are going to talk about this, but to do so, we are going to use the present perfect continuous, because this structure helps us talk about actions that started in the past and continue now, right? Or actions that have been happening recently and explain how we feel in the present. So today, we're going to learn how to explain tiredness, effort, routine maybe, stress even, and also anticipation in English. So, what do you think, Dan?
I think we should start now.
Yes, we should. Let's get ready, take a breath, relax your shoulders, and let's build the language around this topic together. Useful words. So, before we go deeper into today's feeling, that end of the year tiredness, that almost summer exhaustion, casi verano, el cansancio del casi verano. Let's build a vocabulary that we need to talk about this. Why? Because in English, we're not just going to say, I'm tired. You need to give more reasons. You need to give more information and let the other person or people know why you feel this way. We want to be more specific. We want to use as the language as much as we can. So let's see. Our first word today is exhaustion. Exhaustion. And this is a noun. And I'll spell it for you. It goes like this. EXHAUSTION. Exhaustion. And this is a noun. And it means extreme tiredness. Extreme tiredness. Exhaustion. So in Spanish, this could be...
Cansancio.
Yes, agotamiento, cansancio, pero un agotamiento o un cansancio extremo, right? How can we use it? We can say, end of the year exhaustion is very common. End of the year exhaustion is very common. And you see students, or when you talk to students, especially junior students, I would say, because they go to school in the morning and then in the afternoon they come for classes. And so they have got to feel very tired just in dealing with exams at school and then coming and, working here with us, with our teachers. It is tired. It does affect their feelings, their ability even to pay attention so it's exhaustion. Our next word is burnout. Burnout. And what is this burnout? Well, this is a deep physical and also mental tiredness from too much stress or too much work. So deep physical and mental tiredness from too much stress or work. So in Spanish, the term burnout is used like this, burnout, even in Spanish. But what would it mean? Dan, how can we translate this word?
Agotamiento mental, maybe.
Sí, un agotamiento extremo, desgaste extremo. Bueno, burnout, hay un síndrome que es el síndrome del quemado. Burnout syndrome. Es justamente eso, ¿no? So burnout can affect your energy, motivation, and mood. Burnout can can affect your energy, motivation, and your mood. Burnout. Next word is slow down. Slow down. One word. Slow down. Slow and then down, but it's one word put together. Slow down. And this is a noun, and slow down is a period when things come less busy or less intense, a slow down. So how can we translate this word? Slow down. A slow down. If we were using this, of course, as a noun, a slow down. The summer slowdown changes the atmosphere at work. The summer slowdown changes the atmosphere at work. So how would you translate this word, Dan?
Periodo de calma.
Exacto, un periodo de calma, de bajada de ritmo, slow down. Very good. So yes, when summer's finally here, you can feel it in here in the office. A lot of people are working from home. And so it does change the atmosphere at work. Are you coming to work during the summer?
I think only a few hours a day.
A few hours a day. Okay. All right. So our next word is workload. Workload. And this is also a noun. And workload, also one word, workload, but two words put together, work and load, but they form one word, workload. This is the amount of work that you have to do, the amount of work that you have to do. And in Spanish, that is...
Carga de trabajo.
Yes. A heavy workload can make the final weeks feel longer. A heavy workload can make the final weeks feel longer. Do you remember how it was for you when you were in school or when you were doing your degree? And it was the academic year was coming to an end. Did you feel this way?
A bit, yes.
A bit?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, because you have to study for finals, final exams, and it's one after the other. I see my youngest daughter studying. She's graduating. Well, she graduated recently from high school, and but she's studying now for this test that you have to take to go into university. And studying day after day after day, it's nonstop. And this has been the entire year, all throughout the year. All right, next word is deadline. Deadline. And this is a noun again. And deadline, as you know, is the final date to finish something, the final date or time to finish something. And this in Spanish is...
Fecha límite.
Yes, fecha límite. So the deadline is next Friday. The deadline to submit your project is next Friday. All right. Another word today is relief. Relief with an F at the end. And this is a noun. And relief is a good feeling when pressure or worry becomes smaller. So it's a good feeling when there's no more pressure. It's finally over. And then you have this feeling of relief. And in Spanish, that is?
Satisfacción.
Well, más que satisfacción, relief, como que, you can finally rest now. Alivio. Alivio, that's the word, alivio. So there was a feeling of relief after the final exam. And yes, I think that is absolutely true. I remember feeling this way when my final exam was finally over. This was the feeling that we all got. A feeling of relief. Very good. Next word is, and this is a new word, I believe, anticipation. It is, no, Dan? We haven't used this word before.
Yes, it's a new word.
A new word. Anticipation. And this is a noun. And anticipation is the feeling of waiting for something that is coming. That feeling of waiting for something that is coming. So, anticipation in Spanish.
Anticipación.
Yes. Igual. The same. Different pronunciation. All right. And the anticipation of summer can make people feel excited. And this is you, Dan, right? The anticipation of summer can make people feel excited. Is this how you feel?
Yes.
Yes, you can't wait for the summer to come.
No.
Yeah, me neither. I really want the weather to already settle. Choose weather. Is it going to be cold today? Is it going to be warm? I want it to be already stable. All right. And do you have any plans for the summer?
Not really. but I just wanted to come.
You just wanted to come?
It's already late, so.
It's already late, isn't it? Yeah. Is it this month that you're supposed to count till 40? 40 days? Which
Yes.
month? May.
May.
¿Cuál es el dicho o cuál es la expresión que se utiliza?
Hasta el 40 de mayo no te quites el sayo.
What is sayo?
I think it's a kind of chubasquero.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, like a raincoat.
Yes.
40 de mayo. Imagine if that were true. Oh, but it feels like that, right? Okay. Our last word is recovery, and this is a noun, and this is the process of getting your energy back or getting your health also back, right? And that in Spanish is
Recuperación.
yes. So recovery is important after a stressful period. Recovery is important after a stressful period. I think everybody is waiting for the summer because the majority of people have plans to travel and use this time to recover. What do you say, Dan? Do you think this is true?
Yes, I think it's totally true.
Yes. Do you think you might go somewhere, travel?
I don't know it yet.
You don't know it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know it yet. I don't know if I'm going to travel. I would love to go to the beach. I would love to do that. Just a few days at the beach, laying there on the sand with the water there in the ocean, the beach. Can't wait for that. Okay. So most of these words are abstract nouns. All right. So many of them are uncountable. All right. Exhaustion, for example, or burnout or relief. Those are uncountable nouns. Anticipation, recovery, but some can be countable when we talk about specific cases like periods and, for example, periods of time, a slowdown, a workload, a deadline. Those are countable nouns. All right. So let's practice. Oh no, not yet. Let's go ahead through our list one last time, and then Dan is going to translate those without peeking his notes. All right. So the list of words today is, and if you're listening, remember to repeat them out loud. So exhaustion, burnout, slowdown, workload, deadline, relief, anticipation, and recovery. Before we translate, which one's your favorite word, Dan?
I think slow down.
Slow down. Yeah, I think I will go for that one as well. Slow down. All right. And you ready?
Yes.
All right. So listen up. I'm going to change this one. Expectación.
Anticipation.
Yes. All right. Fecha límite.
Deadline.
Alivio.
Relief.
All right. Carga de trabajo.
Workload.
Desgaste mental, físico.
Burnout.
Yes. Agotamiento.
Exhaustion.
Yes. ¿Y qué más hemos dicho? Bajada de ritmo. Periodo bajada de ritmo.
Slow down.
Slow down. Recuperación.
Recovery.
Yes. No, yes. We did it all. Didn't we? Sí, muy bien.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, all right. That was fast. These words are becoming too easy for Dan. Right? Or your memory is getting better.
I think my memory is getting better.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead now and put these words in action, and let's practice with them. Remember that we're not just learning words. We're learning how to describe that end of the year feeling, the pressure, the tiredness, the hope for the best when it comes to exams, and the slow movement towards the summer in some places, in some areas. All right. So what are we going to do first, Dan, What's our first routine of the morning?
You remember I said I was getting better with memory. I was not.
You were not. You were lying. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to
Definitions?
Yes, definitions. All right. So listen up. You open your calendar and see that you must send a document before 6 p.m. So that final time is your
Deadline.
Yes, deadline. Yes, you open your calendar and see that you must send a document before 6 p.m. And that is your final deadline. And deadline was what, Dan?
Fecha límite.
Yes, the final date or time to finish something. So we are directly working on these words in context. So let's do another one. After several nights with little sleep, Marta can barely concentrate. She feels deep, something there. Several nights without sleep or with very little sleep. And she can't concentrate very well. She can barely concentrate. So she feels deep.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, please.
Exhaustion.
Exhaustion. Exhaustion. Yes. Very good. Exhaustion. That is a strong physical or mental tiredness. Very good. Let's move on to the next one. In August, and this is very true, I think, the city feels quieter and many offices reduce their normal rhythm. That change is Let me say it one more time. In August, the city feels quieter and many offices reduce their normal rhythm. That change is and we have a word that fits pretty good here.
Relief.
Well, more than relief, that change in the rhythm.
A slowdown.
A slowdown, yes. A slowdown, a period when things become less busy, right? Like what's going to happen real soon here. All right. How about this one? Pablo has reports to check, calls to return, and a training session to prepare. His something is heavy. Pablo has reports to check, calls to return, and a training session to prepare. His something is heavy.
His workload.
His workload is heavy. Very good. And workload was?
Carga de trabajo.
Yes. All right. So when Anna finally receives the confirmation email, she breathes calmly. So she feels... So I'll say that again. When Anna finally receives the confirmation email, she breathes calmly. So she feels... How do you think she feels after finally receiving the confirmation email? She was waiting for this email and she finally received it. Yes?
She feels relief?
Yes, she feels relief. Very good. A good feeling that you get when worry or pressure become less evident or smaller. Yeah, very good. All right. So after a difficult month, Luis decides to sleep more, eat better, and make fewer plans. What does he need? It's been a difficult time. Luis decides to sleep more, eat better, and make fewer plans. He needs...
recovery.
Yes, he needs recovery. The process of getting your energy or your health back. Very good. Those are our words today. We have one more minute, don't we? Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. So just a few more exercises. What we're going to do is we're going to choose the best option. All right. So I'm going to give you 3 options. as I always do. And you tell me the right answer. Listen to this one. When someone keeps working under pressure too long and loses energy, motivation, and patience, what are we talking about?
That's burnout.
That is burnout. Yes, very good. And a last question. Before a long-awaited trip, you may feel excited because something good is coming. This is what?
This is...
Well, I'll let you think about it because I think we need to go to a break. We're going to take a small break. And before we do, here's a quick reminder. On June 2nd, Rob and Andrea will be hosting Trivia Night at the Toast Tap Room in Malasaña. What time, Dan?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. So if you want to practice your English, have a good time and test your general knowledge. And also enjoy a nice and relaxed evening with the Vaughan community. That's the perfect plan. So, again, Trivia Night, Rob and Andrea, June 2nd.
It's Alberto.
Oh, my God. Alberto. Yes. Why was I thinking Rob and Andrea? That already happened. Okay. Let's go to a break.
You're listening to Vaughan Radio.
Encuentra todos los libros de nuestros presentadores de radio en las tiendas Vaughan. Nosotros te ayudamos a encontrar el libro perfecto para ti, para todos los niveles y edades. También encontrarás libros de alemán, francés y mucho más. Estamos en calle Orense 75, en Madrid, o en nuestras 6 delegaciones por España. Ven a vernos o visita vaughantienda.com. Vaughan, Learn English.
¿Sabías que cada año más de 3.000 niños y niñas viven un verano increíble, lleno de aventuras y en inglés con Vaughan? ¿Conoces los Summer Camps? Espeleología, paddle surf, natación, multiaventura, cabañas y todo en inglés, sin clase. Gracias a nuestros monitores certificados y angloparlantes Vaughan. Para que tus hijos vivan su mejor verano y sin salir de España. No te quedes sin plaza. Llámanos al 91 711 99 y encuentra su mejor camp. A summer to remember.
¿Inglés oxidado? Ven a Vaughan Town. ¿Tienes poco tiempo y quieres resultados inmediatos para mejorar definitivamente tu inglés? ¿Estás dispuesto a hablar inglés y solo inglés durante 14 horas al día? Ven a Vaughan Town. ¿Quieres vivir una experiencia única en entornos increíbles con angloparlantes de todo el mundo? ¿Te gustaría aprender inglés real, en situaciones reales y cotidianas? Enhorabuena, Vaughan Town es tu programa. Vivirás una inmersión en inglés única durante 6 días o un fin de semana intensivo. Tú eliges la opción, lugar y fechas que mejor te vengan. Visita nuestra web grupovaughan.com o llámanos al 91 133 5833.
¿Quieres mejorar tu inglés sin complicaciones? Vaughan Inglés 4.0 es el curso de inglés más completo en formato audio, con casi 600 clases desde 0 hasta nivel avanzado. Paso a paso, donde y cuando quieras. Claro, práctico y eficaz. Gramática, vocabulario, pronunciación y sobre todo, resultados. Busca nuestro podcast Vaughan Inglés 4.0 en iVoox.
Estas vacaciones, haz un viaje para tu inglés. Con los cursos intensivos semanales de Vaughan, mejora tu inglés durante cualquier periodo vacacional. Navidad, Semana Santa, verano, tú decides cuándo. Una semana para mejorar tu fluidez. Gana confianza al hablar. Aprovecha tu tiempo libre al máximo. Y lo mejor es que puedes reservar tu curso desde ya para asegurarte tu plaza en el momento que prefieras. No dejes pasar la oportunidad de avanzar en tu inglés estas vacaciones. Entra en grupovaughan.com/intensivos y contrata tu semana intensiva hoy mismo, porque tu inglés también merece unas vacaciones.
Cada año miles de empresas en España pierden su crédito Fundae simplemente por no usarlo. En Vaughan te ayudamos a transformarlo en algo mucho mejor. Empleados que comunican mejor, se motivan más y sobre todo sin coste para tu empresa. No dejes que tu crédito se pierda. Invierte en tu equipo con Vaughan. Entra en grupovaughan.com/empresas o llámanos hoy mismo.
Transforma el futuro de tu empresa con Vaughan. Nuestros cursos son la llave para abrir las puertas internacionales de tu negocio. Visita grupovaughan.com o llama al 91 108 3488.
Presentamos nuestra nueva serie en YouTube con la que puedes aprender inglés de una forma divertida y entretenida, de la mano de nuestros presentadores Alberto Alonso, Kyle Miller y Ruby. Ya disponible gratis en nuestro canal de YouTube Aprende Inglés con Vaughan, con nuevos episodios cada día. No te lo pierdas.
Escúchanos en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar. Descarga la app de Vaughan Radio.
Somos los de Vaughan. Esto es Vaughan Radio.
Speaking with Confidence with Ale.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for coming back. Before the break, we were talking about that very familiar feeling of end-of-the-year tiredness, that exhaustion that sometimes appears just when life is beginning to slow down. And before we continue, I have to remind you again properly about Trivia Night. I mentioned before it was Rob and Andrea. That was my mistake. Rob and Andrea already hosted a Trivia Night last month or this month. So in June is actually Alberto Alonso, right, Dan?
Yes.
Yes. The rest of the information is correct except for the name of our host this time around is Alberto Alonso. And 2nd of June at 20 p.m. Where?
In the Tostap room de Malasaña.
Yes. All right. So as he says, be there or... What does he say?
Be square.
Be square. Yeah. All right. Okay. No, let's go back to our topic today and continue working on these words that we've learned. Well, we've reviewed mostly. What are those words? Exhaustion, burnout. What else, Dan?
Slowdown, workload, deadline, relief, anticipation, and recovery.
Yes. And Dan's and mine favorite word is...
Slowdown.
Slowdown. Yeah. Slowdown. Correct. Very good. All right. And I think it's also important to mention that tiredness, this feeling of tiredness, is not just about a really bad day, but it's the result of what we have been doing for days or we've been doing for weeks or months, right? Like the entire year. And so, yeah, I mean, we have good reason to feel this tired, especially when summer is so close. And this is why I think we feel more motivated for the summer to get here already, because we feel that tiredness. Sentimos ese cansancio, ese agotamiento. Y claro, la expectativa del verano se hace más perceptible. All right. Let's go ahead and practice our grammar. Today, we said we are going to work on the present perfect continuous. Yesterday, we worked on the past perfect. Today, we're coming back to the present. And why are we going to use this structure? Because it helps us explain why something is happening now. Because of an action that has been happening over time. Justamente por eso, estamos hablando de acciones que han empezado en el pasado o a lo largo del tiempo en realidad y se conectan con el presente. All right? For example, I'm tired because I've been working a lot. What am I saying, Dan?
Que estás cansada porque has trabajado mucho.
Well, I've been working.
Porque has estado trabajando mucho.
Exactamente. Podría decir también llevo trabajando mucho, right? So the key idea here today is that something started in the past, continued for some time, and as I said before, it is connected to the present. That is the present perfect continuous. So how is this form? Let's break down the structure. It goes like this. We've got 4 parts. All right. And part number 1 is the subject. And the subject is the person, right, who is executing the action. So I, he, she, they, and so on. Next part is the auxiliary verb have or has, depending on the person. And has is for who, Dan?
For plural.
for third person.
For third person.
Singular, yes. And have for all the others. Next part of our structure is been. And the fourth part, and this is a fixed part of the structure, the been, okay? And the final part of it is a verb ending in ing, an action in progress. So these are the four parts. Who does the action? The auxiliary verb, the fixed part of the structure, which is been, and the action in progress. So listen to this. I have been working. What am I saying, Dan?
He estado trabajando.
Yes. También podríamos decir llevo trabajando. Pero he estado trabajando es literalmente la traducción. She has been studying, Dan.
Ha estado estudiando.
Yes, ha estado estudiando. ¿Quién específicamente? Ella. All right. We have been waiting.
Hemos estado esperando.
Yes, that's it. Good. Let's practice with this. Let's jump right into our practice so we make more sense of this structure. So listen to this. What you have to do is simply complete the sentence using have been or has been. All right? Super easy. Listen to this. I, something, feeling very tired this week. I, feeling very tired this week.
I have been feeling very tired this week.
Yes, I have been feeling very tired this week. So the has is mainly for the third person singular. Next, let's do another one. She, preparing everything before her holiday. She, preparing everything before her holiday.
She has been preparing everything before her holiday.
Yes, she has been. Why has been? Because we are talking about a third person singular, she. How about this one? We talking about summer plans. We talking about summer plans.
We have been talking about summer plans.
Yes, we have been talking about summer plans. Very good. Let's do a few more. They waiting for the final confirmation. They waiting for the final confirmation.
They have been waiting for the final confirmation.
Perfect. He working with very little rest. He working with very little rest.
He has been working with very little rest.
Yes, he has been working with very little rest. Why has been? Because he is a third person singular. All right. So why do we use the present perfect continuous? We use it when we want to focus on the activity, the process, or the effort over time. A lo largo del tiempo. That's why we use it, all right? To focus, to emphasize either the activity or the process or the effort over time, a lo largo del tiempo. Actividades, un proceso o el esfuerzo a lo largo del tiempo. En eso nos enfocamos. So look at this sentence or listen to this sentence. I've been working all morning. I've been working all morning. So the important idea is not only that the work exists. The important idea is that it's a continuous effort. I've been working all morning. ¿Qué estoy diciendo, Dan?
He estado trabajando toda la mañana.
Yes, he estado trabajando toda la mañana o llevo trabajando toda la mañana. Yes, so, and also, why do we use this structure? Because it often answers questions like, why are you tired? Why is she stressed? Or why do they need a break? And that's how we would answer. Why is she stressed or why is she tired? Because she's been working all morning. All right. How about why are you tired? And if I asked you, how would you answer this question? Imagine you were tired. Why are you tired, Dan?
I am tired because I have been running all morning.
Exactly. He's been running all morning. Why do you need a break? Why do you need a break? What do you think then? How can you answer this question? Why do they need a break? Those people over there. Why do they need a break?
They need a break because they have been feeling exhausted lately.
Yes, that's a perfect answer. They have been feeling exhausted lately. Right. All right. So let's practice with this piece, with this bit. And what you're going to do is match the reason. All right. Listen to this. She looks relieved. Now you have to choose one of three options to match the present situation with the best reason. All right. Combinar la situación presente con la mejor razón. She looks relieved. Relieved. All right. Option A, she's been waiting for good news. B, she's been losing her keys every day. Or C, she's been adding more tasks to her list. So she looks relieved. What is the best match? I'll say that one more time. She's been waiting for good news. She's been losing her keys every day. Or she's been adding more tasks to her list.
I don't know which one
fits better. Well,
no, because I think they are all negative.
Well, listen to this one. She looks relieved. What does that mean? She's finally, she feels relaxed, right? Because siente alivio. Se muestra o podemos ver que ella está aliviada. Why? She's been waiting for good news. She's been waiting for good news. And so, because the news finally arrived, this relief makes sense, right? That could be a perfect match. Instead of, she's adding more tasks. I don't think she would feel relief if she adds more tasks to her list, right? Let's try another one. Let's see if it makes more sense. How about this one? They need recovery time. They need recovery time. So let's listen to these options. They've been resting all week, or I can just say they have been resting all week. B, they have been carrying a heavy workload. Or C, they have been choosing a restaurant. What makes more sense?
The second option.
The second option, which is what, Dan?
They have been having a lot of workload.
They have been carrying a heavy workload. Very good, yes. They need recovery time. They have been carrying a heavy workload. And they have been, we contract this and we have as a result, what, Dan?
They've been.
Very good, yes. All right. Next. He seems distracted. Options are, he's been closing the window. What do you think of that? He's been closing the window. He seems distracted. I don't know, maybe, right? He's been drinking water. Or he's been thinking about his trip.
He's been thinking about his trip.
Yes, that makes more sense, right? He's been thinking about his trip. All right, very good. Let's do another one. The office feels calmer. So let's see. People have been starting new big projects. Do you think? Can that be? People have been starting new big projects. Well, people have been preparing to leave for the summer. Or people have been sending more urgent emails. What do you think it's best? The office feels calmer. So are they sending more emails? Are they starting new big projects? Or are they preparing to leave for the summer?
They are preparing to leave for the summer.
Very good. Can you use the present perfect continuous.
They have been preparing to leave for the summer.
Yes, exactly. They have been preparing to leave for the summer. Perfect. And how about this one? Last one. You sound tired. You sound tired. Is it you've been doing too much lately? Or you've been drinking 1 glass of water. That's why you sound tired. Or you've been opening the door and maybe this is why you're tired.
You've been doing too much lately.
Yes, you've been doing too much lately. Exactly. All right. So how else can we use the present perfect continuous? Well, we can use it with expressions that show, with time expressions. For example, common expressions are all morning, all week, these days, for, since, lately, all of these. So let's look at a few of them. Let's see. Or for a period of time also, right? A period of time, which is for 2 hours or for 3 days, for several weeks, all right? So for plus a period of time. So you can say 2 hours, 3 days, several weeks, 4 months, all right? If I tell you, he estado trabajando durante 3 horas, how would you translate this, Dan?
I've been working for 3 hours.
Yes, the important piece here is for plus the period of time. How about this one? Ella lleva estudiando varias semanas.
She's been studying several weeks.
Yes, several weeks. But what are we missing there?
For several weeks?
Yes. Can you say it? Put it together.
She's been studying for several weeks.
Exactamente. Okay. How about this one? Hemos estado esperando durante mucho tiempo.
We have been waiting for a long time.
Yes. We have been waiting for a long time. Aquí lo que importa es, bueno, importa todo, pero este pedacito es importante. For a long time. All right. Él lleva preparando sus vacaciones durante varios días.
He has been preparing his holidays for a couple of days.
No un par, sino varios.
For several days.
Yes. All right, go ahead. Do it again.
He has been preparing his holidays for several days.
Yes, he has been preparing his holidays for several days. And if we wanted to contract, we would say he's been preparing for his holidays or his holidays for several days. Okay, let's do one more. Ellos llevan hablando del verano durante semanas.
They have been talking about summer for weeks.
Yes, 4 weeks. Exactamente. Very good. Let's see. Now, we are going to also use adverbs of time. Listen to these. Lately, recently, with the present perfect continuous. All right? Which is also a way to show a moment of in time. Por ejemplo, lately, ¿qué significa, Dan?
Recientemente.
Sí, últimamente. Lately. Recently, más bien. Recientemente, yes. How about this one? These days.
Estos días.
Sí, tal cual. Estos días. O últimamente también. So, for example, if I said, Dan, he estado durmiendo mal últimamente. This is a true fact, I may add. All right, go.
I've been sleeping badly lately.
Yeah.
I've been sleeping badly lately.
Exactamente. Very good. All right. How about this one? Ella ha estado sintiéndose más cansada últimamente.
She's been feeling more exhausted lately. Recently.
Recently. Me gusta esa. Recently. She's been feeling more tired recently. Y la última, hemos estado hablando de vacaciones estos días, de las vacaciones estos días.
We've been talking about the holidays these days.
Yes, exactamente. All right. Now, we're going to move on to another way of using the present perfect continuous. And this is when we use it for a result, for a present result. Like this. I'm tired. I've been working all day. This is the result. I've been working all day. So you use the present simple and then the reason. I've been working all day. All right? That the present reason is that I'm tired now, but the reason is because I've been working all day. Now, for example, another example. Her eyes are red. Her eyes are red. And the reason can be she's been crying. She's been crying. So what's the present result, Dan?
Her eyes are red.
Yes. And the reason?
She's been crying.
She's been crying. And she's been crying becomes the present perfect continuous. All right. So let's see. And what are we going to do to practice this bit? We're going to complete sentences. I feel exhaustion because, and you add, Dan, this is your creativity.
I've been exhausted because I've been...
No. I feel exhaustion because...
I feel exhaustion because I've been running for hours.
All right, perfect. Good job. I feel exhaustion because I've been running for hours. How about this one? She feels relief because...
She feels relief because she has been finishing her exams lately. I don't know.
All right, okay. She feels relief because she's been, maybe how about if we say she's been waiting for the result on her final exam.
She feels exhausted because she's been...
She feels relief.
She feels relief because she's been waiting for the results of her final exam.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. She's finally going to feel that when she gets those results. All right. We need recovery, Dan. Why do we need recovery? Because...
We need recovery because we have been feeling exhausted these days.
Yes, we've been feeling exhausted. We've been doing too much. Yes. All right. How about this one? Now you do this one. Fecha límite. He's worried about the...
He's worried about the deadline.
Because?
Because of the deadline.
No, you already used it. Because now we need the result, the present perfect. Continuous. So he is worried about, you said deadline, about the deadline. Now, because now we need a result, a present perfect continuous.
Because he has not been studying enough.
All right. Okay, so he's worried about the deadline because he's not been studying enough. All right. That's a negative way to use the present perfect continuous. All right. And finally, we can maybe say this. I'm going to ask you for the bajada de ritmo, Dan. Useful word.
Slow down.
Yes. So they notice a slowdown. They notice a slowdown because...
They have been feeling exhausted.
But they notice a slowdown.
They notice a slowdown because he has been feeling exhausted lately.
Well, I would say they notice, ellos se dan cuenta, they notice a slowdown because people have been going on holiday. That's why we notice that everything is calmer. So they notice a slowdown because people have been going on holiday. All right. So one last one. How about this one? Carga de trabajo, Dan?
Workload.
Yes. Entonces, her, useful word?
Workload.
Feels heavy because ha estado ayudando a mucha gente.
Because she has been helping a lot of people.
Yes, many.
Many people.
Yes, good. So, her workload feels heavy because she's been helping many people. Okay. Y la última, Dan, and that's it, okay? Listen to this. You may feel desgaste.
Burnout.
Okay, so you may feel burnout because has estado trabajando sin pausas.
You may feel burnout because you have been working without pauses.
Without pauses or without breaks.
Without breaks.
Yes, perfect. You may feel burnout because you've been working without breaks. So there it is. There we've spoken about this feeling of why we feel tired towards the end of the academic school year. And this is how we usually feel when the end of something is coming to an end, because we've been doing a lot for a period of time. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. And coming up next is the Lunchtime Show with Rob. And this was Speaking with Confidence with Ale and Dan. I will see you tomorrow.
Estás escuchando Vaughan Radio.
Este verano, ¿quieres que tus hijos se diviertan, vivan 1000 aventuras y además ganen fluidez en inglés, rodeados de naturaleza y con los mejores monitores angloparlantes Vaughan? Tráelos a nuestro Vaughan Summer Camps. Hay 4 ubicaciones diferentes para que elijas tu mejor opción, con cabañas, actividades acuáticas, multiaventura, nuevos amigos y entornos increíbles donde aprenderán a resolver situaciones cotidianas en inglés sin darse cuenta. Más de 3000 niños viven nuestras inversiones cada año. Encuentra tu mejor Summer Camp sin salir de España, ahora también en la playa. Llámanos al 917001199 y contrata tu mejor camp.
Come to learn with us at Vaughan. ¿Te apuntas? El inglés que necesitas ahora por mucho menos. Llega al outlet de Vaughan con libros y cursos de autoestudio que siguen más vigente que nunca.
Objetivo Inglés, Vaughan Certified completo, Speak English Now e Inglés en 10 pasos.
Además, libros desde €1.
Novelas con audio desde $3.50.
Libros infantiles desde €3.
Y mucho más.
Entra en vaughantienda.com.
Vaughan Outlet, aprende más,
pagando menos, hasta agotar existencias.
Who's ready for our upcoming trivia night?
Ready to rock, Daddy.
Do you have the info?
Sure, it's Tuesday, June 2nd, at the Toast Tap Room, at 8 p.m., hosted by you.
Nos vemos el martes 2 de junio a las 8 de la tarde para el próximo Vaughan Trivia Night.
Be there, be square, amigos.
¿Quieres aprender inglés a tu propio ritmo y según tu horario? En Vaughan tenemos la solución perfecta para ti. Con las clases particulares online de Vaughan, disfrutarás de la máxima flexibilidad en tu aprendizaje del inglés. Tú eliges. ¿Prefieres centrarte en la conversación o en la gramática? No hay ningún problema. Con Vaughan puedes seleccionar la modalidad que más te convenga. Y no solo eso, sino que también tienes completa libertad para elegir el día, la hora y la duración de tus clases. ¿Solo tienes 25 minutos? Perfecto. En Vaughan nos adaptamos a ti. Visita grupovaughan.com hoy mismo y descubre cómo nuestras clases particulares pueden transformar tu forma de aprender inglés. Flexibilidad y calidad en la enseñanza del inglés a tu medida.
Una semana en un lugar apartado.
Nativos angloparlantes de todas partes del mundo, uno por cada estudiante.
Terminantemente prohibido hablar en español.
Actividades organizadas y conversaciones en inglés a todas horas. No exageramos.
Aquí o hablas inglés o hablas inglés.
Y da igual